Hey, thanks for joining today's podcast. We have here Jorge. He's, I think, a unique person because he's doing real estate, like he's a real estate agent, and same time loan officers. Jorge, if you can give us a little bit an introduction about yourself, what you're doing, why real estate agent, why loan officer at the same time.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Sammy. Well, a little bit about me. Um, I would say born and raised in Mexico City, came to the US when I was around 10, and been living here since then. Um, why real estate and why both? Um, I guess it all started for me when I just uh, started looking for work when I was about 24, 25, and I just signed up for. I applied for an office assistant position in a real estate related uh, place, which was pretty ambiguous according to the listing. It was through Indeed, and I just signed up for it. I got called for an interview, and long story short, it turned out that it was the office of a vice president of a very big investor focused company based out of India with a corporate office in San Diego, but they do a lot of business that they buy from Fannie Mae. And it was tremendous experience, enough to where I remember the first week I would my mouth was sour, and my stomach hurt because of like so much stress and so much things that were thrown at me. I went from property management. I started as an office assistant, just faxing, making copies, taking calls. Then they allowed me to do property management, then asset management across the states. So from California to Florida, and pretty much it dealt with attorneys, with evictions, property management, when dealing with fix and flips, and it was a great experience. And then from there, I got a taste of it, and I just saw there was just so much. I loved it. I loved everything about housing, and I saw there was so much there that I loved, and of course the money was there, and that gave me the taste. And then after that, I got my loan originator license. Then after that, I got my real estate license. So why both? I think for me, it's always been the 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 knowledge is power kind of thing, and the more that I know, the better. The better I can serve my clients, the better that I know my product, and the better I can just be a better person for this work that I love. And that's really why. That's my why.
Well, that's a great story. Another question following my previous question: how do you, I think, deal with time management between, I would say, because there are two jobs and there's under one umbrella?
Yeah, great question. Um, it's it, Time consumption is definitely absorbed most by the financing aspect, just because things it's such a fluid thing. It's a moving vehicle. It's a living and breathing thing that throughout the day, um, things can change, pricing can change, rules can change within the week, absolutely within the month, and most definitely within the year, whether that's specific investor or lender rules, guidelines, overlays, and absolutely on the federal level throughout the year. Um, Time management. I think the real estate part of it is pretty simple in my opinion, just because, and I say that uh, just because I deal with both the real estate and the financing aspect. Not to say that it's easy, um, but since I'm doing both, it's what I would consider the easiest out of both, just because I don't have to be constantly knowing rules, regulations, and pricing, and little tidbits and PDFs that are pretty long for rules and guidelines of financing according to each lender. Um, and I mean, you just have to be very disciplined, I would say, and just say no a lot of times. And it definitely takes a toll on right now for me. It takes a toll on personal life, dealing with friends, with family. It's a lot of no's. It's a lot of, hey, you know what? I'm working. I can't. Hey, I'll text you back tomorrow, or I'm sorry for getting you back next a week after, to friends. And it's I think that's pretty relative, and I think lots of business owners can relate to that, just because it takes time. It takes time and it takes effort and diligence to build your business and be effective at it. So yeah, uh, just
Well,
discipline and a lot of no's.
yeah, thanks for sharing. Let's jump a little bit outside of this. Let's talk about SetSchedule. Platform, users, interaction. What do you think about it? What is missing? Any feedback?
Yeah, awesome. So I really like SetSchedule because it shows you, it gives you Zillow, Realtor, Trulia, um, and other platforms leads, and it just centralizes it. And you can literally just go and pick the one that you like according to the radius that you have set, and just go and shop to whichever specific lead in whichever location you want at any time that you want. Like you get, I have it set up to where it gets sent to my phone. I get text messages, and as soon as SetSchedule um, blast those out to everyone, I definitely get that on my phone, and I'll definitely pretty much just shop which ones I want, which ones I want to take a shot at. And I really like that. I think it's great that it gives you different platforms to choose leads from, which is definitely great. Um, and I think that the cost for it is also great, for all that is offered, and also the different features which allow you to assign leads if you don't want to take it to other agents. And furthermore, if you want to have a team within the SetSchedule app, you can do that too, which is great. And to my knowledge, you can't do that with other platforms. So and I constantly see messages on SetSchedule, hey, we improved this and this and this in the app. So it's definitely not something that corporate would just like, hey, you know what, here it is.
It is what it is.
We're gonna get paid and that's it. We're not really gonna improve it. No, it's constantly improving, and I definitely see just general improvements here and there um on the set schedule. And I mean it's definitely, I'm seeing it to just grow and grow and grow, and definitely looking forward to seeing what set schedule has.
Yeah, that's a good feedback. And let's talk about the networking side. Let's say on the app, how was it? Did you connect with some people? Did you create some type of connections?
Yeah, definitely. I reached out to agents in set schedule, um, and I have reached out to them outside of set schedule, and just pretty much real estate and mortgage is a people business, in my opinion. You have to nurture it. You have to get people's trust, and then they can do business with you. They can refer you. And right now, that's what I'm doing. I'm just gaining people's trust, answering questions, um, and letting them know my experience on set schedule as well, since they do ask for it. So that's currently what I'm doing. Reaching out to other agents outside of set schedule, and just nurturing that relationship in order to blossom to their trust and then business.
Okay, good. Another question, I will say, how do you measure your success in your field? let's say real estate agent or loan officer? Is there any way how you can measure? Okay, this month she was amazing. Last month she was okay.
Yeah, great question. That's a good. You know what? I think I'm pretty sure you've heard the saying that goes, "You're only as valuable as your network."
Yeah.
So, in another way to say it, it's not about what you know, but who you know. Um, I think for me that's really important because let's say that you have someone who is not licensed on either real estate or financing side, but let's say that they live in one of the most expensive areas in New York City, and they're very familiar with the people around there and people with money there, or they're living in Beverly Hills and they're very familiar with Chamber of Commerce and they know people there. If they know certain people, they could just they just say, hey, you know what, like I'm gonna get my real estate license in about like a month. I mean, if you need help, or can I help you? And if they say yes, then you got business like that, and you'll keep getting business like that. Um, so network would be one of my things that I would measure for success, because that definitely leads to success. And of course, the monetary aspect of like, hey, what are you bringing in per month? For me, since I'm an independent mortgage broker, and definitely shooting to be a real estate broker soon, me starting out, I don't have the income that I'm looking for right now, but I'm definitely building on the network and the connections that I make, and the value and the the type of strong connection that I get with people and that I connect with people, because ultimately people will just do business if they like you. If they don't like you, then they're not going to do business with you. So just right now, I'm just building network and just building strong connections with people, so that I earn their trust, and then earn their business, and then pretty much blossoms from there to referrals and so on and so forth. So right now for me, the measure is just the people that I reach out to, and essentially, since it's also a numbers thing of how many you reach out to, I'm trying to reach out to the most, but also to the from what my perspective would be of a quality person to do business with, someone who is serious and someone who's actively doing this.
All right, Jorge. One last question. Any advice, tips, tricks? I will say for anyone who wants to be a real estate agent or a loan officer.
Tips, tricks, and advice for anyone who wants to be a real estate agent or loan officer. You definitely have to be a people's person, because you have to talk with people all day, really. So there's really no secret sauce to it, in my opinion. It's just literally hard work, and you have to be consistent and persistent at it. That's in my opinion, that's the gist of it. You call if you're a real estate agent, then you're gonna call homeowners or potential sellers or buyers, or mortgage brokers or banks trying to get their business. There's really no secret sauce. You just gotta do the work. If you're an officer, the same. You call up real estate agents, you call up banks. Maybe they so you can do the business that they can't do. It's really no secret sauce. Just do the work. Spend time on the phone. Spend time nurturing people to earn their trust and bring value to them. Then the business will definitely come to you automatically, without a doubt. Tricks, I would say the trick part would be, hey, use technology to your advantage. You have Google, you have YouTube, you have different platforms of learning. Use them. Pretty much the whole entire world of information is on your fingertips. Use it to your advantage, because if you use it, then someone else will. And I'm pretty sure you've heard the word speed to lead. That's also important. People want things now, and especially millennials and people who are born after them. So speed is definitely a factor. So try to be as quick as you can to reaching out to somebody. If not, someone else will. I know that the leads from LendingTree are just many people get those leads, and people, I remember getting leads from there, and then I would call someone and they would say, hey, you know what, like I just put my information about 5 seconds ago, and now you're calling me. So speed to lead. Advice, I would say, just things take time, and good things come in time. If good things didn't come in time, then gosh, it would be easy to get rich or find success. But only those people who are resilient, determined, and who really have a passion and need for this are the ones that really succeed in any field, any work, anything really. I mean, J.K. Rowling, she pitched Harry Potter to everybody she could for about 7 years, I think, and then after the 7th year is when she finally got a yes. So I mean, 7 years is quite a long time, but she was very determined. And now she doesn't need to pitch anything to anybody, because Harry Potter is a thing. So yeah, just work, and there's no secret sauce. It's all out there.
And yeah, thank you very much. Any last word, Jorge?
Well, thank you again for having me, and I'd love to be here again. Have a great day, and everyone out there, just make it a great day as well.
Yeah, thank you very much. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and see you in the next episode.